I am sure sports. You know me there. I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, viewers and subscribers. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'll be your host for tonight, Brian. I'll be hosting the cricket show for tonight. Big up, Fresh God. Big up, bro. Apologies for having been absent for some time now due to reasons beyond my control. So, but going forward, I'll try my very best to ensure that, we have this feature on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Should be an interesting discussion. Big up, Fresh God. Big up, bro. Much respect. Tonight's discussion will be an interesting one. Looking forward to it. So thanks to everyone that's taking the time out to join the stream, and we look forward to having a very meaningful cricket conversation and stuff. First thing we look at tonight, well, as you see the caption title of the video. So it's the CG Insurance Super 50 competition is going on now. There was a very, very interesting semi-final last night between the Barbados Pride and the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. Over 600 runs scored in one cricket game. You don't find that happening too often, especially at the regional level. So it was good. It was a good game of cricket. I thought both teams did very well. But of course, Trinidad came out on top. But it was a very interesting game. I think let me get the scorecard for that game. Check in. Big up, Brian. Williams Alwyn Williams is from St. Mary, Fresh God. He played for St. Mary in the Senior Cup competitions. He's from St. Mary, bro. What's his score now? So the Guyana batted first and made 319 from their 50 overs. Jamaica is currently, that's a massive 6 there from the captain, Rahman Powell. So Jamaica now are currently 144 for 3 from 20.4 overs. Skipper Rahman Powell is there on 30 from 19 deliveries. And with him is Alwyn Williams, who is on 15. So, the Scorpions looking to make a comeback. Should be a very interesting game. But, in the Scorpion, in the Eagles, Guyana RP Eagles innings, they made 318 for 9 from 50 overs. Top scorer Shimron Hetmeyer made 86 from 76 deliveries. Sherfane Rutherford made 56 from 43 deliveries. And Kevin Sinclair was not out on 45. Captain Leon Johnson made 30. Bowling for the Jamaica Scorpions, Odin Smith took 5 for 65 from his 9 overs. Nicholson Gordon took 2 for 55 from 8 overs. And Jevar Royal and Dennis Bulai took a wicket each. So in reply now, the Scorpions are 146 for 3 from 21 overs. Powell not out on 31 and Williams not out on 15. Alwyn Williams, that is. Yeah, fresh. Romario Lawrence. Yeah, man. King made 64 from 49 deliveries, and Andre McCarthy made 22. Gudakash Moti has taken 2 wickets, and fast bowler Neil Smith has taken a wicket. I'm a bit surprised that Neil Smith has not been given an opportunity for the West Indies team in terms of being around the camps, because he's been one of the most consistent fast bowlers in recent times. So he was in the setup when they had the COVID thing, when you couldn't have the net bowlers and stuff, so you used to have to bring them in the squad. He was a part of the team. He and Markino Minley and I think Preston McSween among others. So that's it. King out. Brian Martin, me realize say him. My friends didn't make for St. Mary. Yeah, man. Yeah, Travis. Yeah, man. You would have called him a local bully. He does well in the trials as well in a Travis. Yeah, man. I think in the last 4-day trials, he had a couple centuries. Interestingly, when he first represented Jamaica, he was an opener. They have now shifted him down the order because he bowls handy medium pace in him. He's a decent medium pace bowler. So them keep him in the team as an all-rounder now. But he's a good batsman. Left-handed and thing. King need to start give away his wicket. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I understand that, Travis. I mean, King is one of those batsmen that you always want to see him make a lot of runs. He's very elegant on the eye in terms of how he bats and stuff. And he's talented, so yeah, definitely. A lot of persons are saying that he should be a part of the test setup. I don't know how that is going to work out really, but because he's beginning to make a name for himself now as a premier white ball batsman, so I don't know. I really don't know how that part is going to work out in terms of him being a part of the white ball team, to be honest. But I expect that if he plays enough red ball cricket, he should be able to stake a claim in one of these test squads that is going around. I'm thinking if he plays some more red ball cricket, he should be able to stake a claim for himself. But I'm trying to get this score sheet for that game. That was played yesterday. So yesterday, the first game was played between Trinidad and Tobago and the Barbados Pride. Trinidad won the toss and batted first. They scored 313. They scored 313 from their allotted 50 overs. Nicholas Pooran made 100. I think that was his second list 100. And there were, I think, Akil Hussein made 45 and Darren Bravo made 61. When the Pride batted, they made 302 for 8 from their 50 overs. Shea Hope made 24, Jonathan Carter 45, Nicholas Curtin made 35. Nicholas Curtin has played international cricket for Canada as well. I'm not sure why he's not playing for Canada now. But it was Roshan Primus. He made 130 from 80 deliveries, not out. That was a magnificent innings. Really unfortunate that he didn't get a chance to see his team home to victory. What are my thoughts? Yeah, man, Roshan Primus. He's a handy all-rounder in a Travis. He played for Trinidad last year as well. He's quite a handy all-rounder. He's been in the CPL for about 3 seasons now. He hasn't really set the place alight in terms of when he plays CPL, but he's a handy all-rounder. Bowls a fairly decent medium pace and can hit the ball far away. Can really hit the ball far away. It was good. I think Shannon Gabriel took 4 wickets yesterday as well. Looked really good bowling. I was a bit surprised that the skipper bowled him his 10 overs in about 3 spells. But I mean maybe because of their own tactics and stuff like that. But he bowled really well. His first spell was very good. He got 2 wickets. I think he got Zachary McCaskey and he got Kyle Hope. That is the older brother of Shea Hope. So he looked good. I mean, Narayan, as always, cut above the rest. The person I didn't think bowled particularly well and has not bowled particularly too well throughout the tournament was Akil Hussein. Yeah, I think he needs to up the ante a bit. Travis said, yeah, I know he's a good all-rounder. He's a destructive batsman, though. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, Travis, him hit the ball far away, bro. Once the ball is in his zone, I think he had something like 10 maximums yesterday. I think yesterday he struck about 10 sixes. He does hit the ball far away, man. When the ball is in his zone, rest assured that it will not be stopping anywhere close. Does hit the ball far away. So the Scorpions have progressed now to 155 for 3 in over number 23. Skipper Powell is there on 32 from 21 deliveries. Alwyn Williams has 24 from 31 deliveries. So in pursuit of 319 for victory, Scorpions are 155 for 3 from 23 overs. So should be quite an interesting game there. It's it's tricky, Travis, when you say him can play all three formats because I mean not all the players are able to transition from being in the test team to being in the ODI, I think, to being in the T20 team and be good. And I mean you don't have a majority of international cricketers who make that transition and makes it smoothly. I mean, you do have a lot of international cricketers who do make the transition and make some runs, but they don't do it easily. A lot of them take some time. I mean, cricket is cricket still. So yeah, so I see Mannings bring up the live tracking there. I think if Ravman Powell bats to over number 35 or thereabout, Scorpions will not lose this game. Because if he goes that long, I'm sure he'll be closing in on 100. It all depends on the support. I was a bit surprised that they would have left out Pete Salmon and brought in Dennis Bulai. But I guess you could argue that Bulai has been one of the better bowlers for the team throughout. Brian, yeah, I know it's a good one around the Travis. Brian, I think Odin Smith should take the batting more serious. He's a power hitter just like Ramos. Yeah, Travis. But I think Odin Smith, I think it's probably the way his career has progressed. In terms of him being more seen as a finisher in terms of the cricket that he's played. And to be honest, he's been playing more T20 cricket than the other forms. So in T20 cricket, he's more seen as a finisher. Him come 2-3 overs leave and him explode. I mean, on the one-off occasions, you'll see him come earlier, depending on the position that the team is in. But I suppose it's probably because he's been playing a lot more T20 cricket than the other formats. So, yeah, that may be the issue though, Travis. But definitely, I think Odin Smith needs to work a little bit more on his bowling. I think he has the raw pace that can make him very difficult to cope with. But I think sometimes he doesn't have the necessary control and stuff like that. So I think once he works on that and improves, he'll be one that will have a very long career in this format. I think this Scorpions team also would have been a lot more enhanced with Fabian Allen being in the mix, but he, to the best of my knowledge, he was not available for selection. But I think he would have added something more to this team. But he is more of a bowling all-rounder though. Yeah, he's seen as more of a bowling all-rounder, but I think at this point his batting is outweighing his bowling, Travis. I mean, that's arguable, but I think his batting is outweighing his bowling, if you ask me. But yeah, he's more of a bowling all-rounder, but I think he's doing a lot better with the bat now than he's doing with the ball. So, I mean, yeah, that's where it is in terms of him. But I mean, so 2 semifinals have been played, and 2 times the team that batted first made 300 plus. So I don't know. Maybe the pitches are improving where they are playing now. But I really think it's going to be a very interesting game. So see, Captain Paulo's almost run out. Had to be scampering home to find his ground there. bit of miscommunication between him and Alwyn Williams. So players halted. Also, another alarming story that quite a few of the West Indian players have been released by their IPL franchises back into the draft. That is very much surprising because generally West Indian players usually dominate the IPL draft or the selections and stuff. But this season, new IPL season that's about to begin, a lot of the franchises have released the West Indian players that they have in their ranks. I don't think any of them have been traded, but most of them have been released. Kieran Pollard has retired from the IPL and will be a batting coach with the Mumbai Indians. He will also be a batting coach with, I think, the Mumbai Emirates. They are an affiliate team of the Mumbai Indians in the UAE T20 tournament. Brian, to me, if I'm interested to play for Jamaica again in T20 leagues and T20 leagues around the world now, I may be wrong still. Travis, I don't know, bro. I wouldn't go that far. He play for Scorpions, bossy. Jamaica, that too. I think he's going through a little bit though, because he lost his dad, I don't know if a lot of persons will have known, but he lost his dad. He was usually quite active on the social media pages and stuff, but he lost his dad, I think, late last year, somewhere there about. I think it was, I think late last year, I think while the IPL was being played, or after, sometime in that time span, he lost his dad. And so, it's seeming to be taking a little bit of a toll on him, but he's a good cricketer, so I think once he's able to get his focus on things, he should be able to come back and command a place in many teams. So the first team here, we have the Chennai Super Kings. They released long-standing servant Dwayne Bravo. So if Bravo is going to play the IPL this season, someone will have to pick him from the draft. Another interesting release too was a man of Caribbean connections there, Chris Jordan. That was quite surprising because Chris Jordan has been doing very well for himself on the international stage in recent times. So I was quite surprised to see his name being on the list of players that were released by the Chennai Super Kings. Next, we have the Delhi Capitals. Well, Ravman Powell was retained by the Delhi Capitals. That is good news. He was the only West Indian in the Delhi Capitals team last season. Quite interesting too that they traded out Shardul Thakur. He was one of the highest paid players, the highest picks from the draft last season. So I didn't expect them to trade him out after just one season. But they have traded him out and have taken Aman Khan. I don't know much about Aman Khan, but he was traded out. Next, you have the Mumbai Indians. They released Pollard, as I said before, but he's going to be a batting coach. Riley Meredith too. Even Timal Mills, England left-arm pace bowler. I was quite surprised by the fact that he was released, and they brought in Jason Beranda from Australia. I don't know, maybe his age why they released Timal Mills, Daniel Sams too is another international player, and Fabian Allen was released. I'm not surprised Fabian Allen didn't play any games last season. He was on the bench for the entire tournament. So they have released 1, 2, 3, 4 international players. Next, you have RCB. Something is wrong with this franchise. I am not sure why they have been unable to dominate the IPL in recent times. I mean, when Chris Gale was there and stuff in his prime, they were a force to be reckoned with. They didn't actually win the IPL, I think. They have released Sheffield Rutherford. Didn't have the most outstanding tournament. Played a few games. Made a few scores. But when you have players in your team like Glenn Maxwell and Virat Kohli and stuff, always going to be difficult for him. Always going to be difficult for him to retain his spot. So he was released. Has to be bought in the draft. Let's see who's the next team we have. The next team, this is the Kings 11 Punjab. Yes, Punjab Kings. They released Odin Smith. Oh, surprising. Mayank Agarwal. Very, very good Indian batsman there, opening batsman. Quite surprised that they released Mayank Agarwal. Maybe they're looking to bring in another opener in the draft. Well, they have Johnny Bairstow and Shikhar Dhawan, who I think is going to be the captain. But Mayank Agarwal is a handy IPL player. But maybe they're looking to bring in another opener in the draft or somewhere thereabout. But they released Odin Smith. I didn't think Smith had the best tournament, but he didn't have the worst tournament either. He had a fair tournament. So I didn't really expect them to release him, but they did. Who is the next team? Next, we have the Lucknow Super Giants. And surprise, 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 Jason Holder has been released. So Mr. Holder will have to be picked up in the draft for the next IPL season, along with Evan Lewis. I am not too surprised that Lewis was released because Lewis struggled to get game time last season. He only played a few games and he also didn't get a chance to open quite often. I think he batted at 3 or 4. I think he made a half century batting at number 4, but they released him. They also released Andrew Tai and Manish Pandey. They also released Manish Pandey. Quite surprising. Quite surprising. Next up, KKR. They have not released any West Indian players. They have kept Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan. Now, stay on. You can go back to KKR, Mannings. Let us look at the players that they would have released. Demo, big up.
Yo, big up yourself, boss. You know how long me waiting in the background, brother.
Jaja. Yo, what are
Oh,
they? Demo, what are they? What are the
yeah,
Demo? Demo Dream. Demo is a Mona student, is a Mona high school pass student.
yes, sir. Straight up.
Alright.
I
Alright,
mean,
boss.
why you ask?
Alright. Can I see it in your name? Deep Mona to the world.
No, but why you say Mona pass student like say me couldn't go Mona?
No, no, man, I couldn't say that. Me
Oh,
never know. Me never know. So that's why
oh,
I asked.
yes, man. The great Owen Speed was my cricket coach during that time. You know, we used to play with Gerald Ling and some of them man, there, you know. But you wouldn't know them man.
Gerald, what ball pace?
Yeah, I think you must play for police after and left
Yeah,
Mona.
man, he play for police. He play for Kensington too.
Yeah, and Kensington, yeah.
You know a brother named Kieran Davis?
Of course, that was my skipper. What do you mean?
Oh,
One of the
yeah.
greatest batsmen in Jamaica who never get a chance.
Yeah, man. Kieran, I'm a brethren, you know, my
Yeah, man, we
Kieran,
know
man.
Karen was my captain, man.
Him had the physical training now. I'm at the trainer at Mullins, you know.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Good
man.
for you. That.
Yeah.
But
Kieran, stop
yeah,
May I say him stop the cricketer now still?
Oh, okay. But yeah, but I'm not sure if you talk about like the Super 50 and stuff, because I see I do IPL.
Yeah, man. But just look on the players that may get released.
Oh,
Look what
okay.
they reach a KKR now.
Yeah. All right.
Them release so much players. Aaron Finch, Alex Ailes.
I mean, not for them man, not for them players you're gonna get pick up again. It really matter.
Well,
Yeah.
Sam Billings either here, but I think they would keep Alex Ailes though, but maybe never.
Especially after the form we find for the World Cup.
Yeah, but Messi Jordan get released from him from
Yeah.
CSK, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
him probably just want a change. Who knows?
Release. Score update, Super 50. Jamaica, 172 for 3, 24.3 overs. Rahman Powell, 40, 26.
Oh yeah, watch it fun. The man them the 182 for 3, boss.
182?
Yeah, it's slow.
Like I may have the wrong thing. Yeah, the stream slow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, I
182
already,
for 3, yeah.
you see right after King out, I already write this off, you know. I say that was it. You know, I like that's it for me after King out. I don't have no faith in the rest. But the thing is, with when the rain fall, you know, the ball kind of get wet now in the outfield,
Yeah,
and
the
so
dew.
the spinners have a hard time gripping the ball and things. So Jamaica backing it with a shout, especially with Powell but clean and Williams sticking around, you know.
Powell, but 35 over, we can't lose a match. That a 10 more over Devo. If Powell, but 35 over, we can't lose.
Listen, we have a long tail, you know, because I don't know how them decide to play too much teen bowlers and still make the man they make 300 hard runs. It just a bit the sense. If you go play an extra bowler, you can't make the man they make 300 plus. So now, after Odin, that's it.
So, Demo, you would have played, because I see them play Royal. Manager tell me, say, Pizza man play. But me never.
No, well, I missed the first innings, you know. I missed the first innings.
Yeah, but I second, look on the bowling thing. Me not see Pizza man.
I don't remember seeing someone. But he probably did.
Scroll up, Mannings. You pass it. Scroll up. Wait, it said to bat. Scroll up. Stop. Yeah, someone play.
Yeah, well,
play. But me not see like him bowl. Me not see like him bowl. I probably bowl a few overs still.
Yeah, but it's a long tail for me, and if them have Odin Smith scheduled to come next, so it look too pretty. But then again, the spinners.
What about someone in front of Odin Smith though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
because
the
someone
what the
is more
run
of a
rate?
batsman than Odin Smith.
Yeah, I'm just try to see what's the run rate right now, but I guess it's manageable.
Yeah, someone is more of a batsman than Odin Smith, Demo.
That's fair. But yesterday's game was a cracker, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yo, yeah, yesterday game was a game and a half, brother. Like,
yeah,
there was a
up
point
until the run out.
up
Go ahead.
until Jordan ran out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Barbados was in it for real. I think Barbados was in it up until that point. But let me tell you, you see the last over still, I really
Mm-hmm.
think the Primus kind of geek was still, because I mean, him turned on a run. I think it was after I hit the four for the first ball.
Mm-hmm.
He missed the second ball that got through him. The third ball he
Yeah.
hit out a long on. Me think him
Yeah.
could have pushed to get two there. So,
No,
in
sir.
any case, the
Mm-hmm.
worst case, they would get one and him would run out. Because I don't think they would go theme in. Depending based on where the ball go. I think
No,
him should
sir.
have looked through.
Another last over. There was a time when what do you name boys? The man
Yeah.
flick a ball out time. After him flick the ball out time foot. I think it was after the fifth ball, and they run one. Like it got I think they're trying to get two at first, but it never work out. And so them end up have to make when name Primus faced the last ball of the over, and he hit the ball. I think you wanted to get one, but I don't remember who it was. Misfield, and it go for four. So boys had to face the next over. The man faced like 4 or 5 that ball. I may say, boss, at least if just get the bat on the ball and run one. I thought that's where everything changed, and and I think Primus mentioned it in the interview too that he shouldn't have run when them flicked the ball after the first couple balls. So 50 for Rovman, 52 from 38, 188 for three. Rovman a fly. You muted.
Oh, sorry. Demo.
Mhm.
Neil Smith. What do you think about him? Yes. I'm going.
Listen, all right. So Niall Smith, a couple years ago, he was in and around the team, and he had a really good season. And for raw pace, he was right up there with some of the quicker bowlers in the region and stuff. But I think him probably miss him time. If he never get in at that time, they
Oh, you mean in the COVID time when they have the
yes,
30
yes,
months for that thing?
exactly. If he never get in during that time, I'm not really sure about right now. For
The
seeing
same thing
getting.
as
I
the
mean,
Minley then. You think Minley missing time?
Minley not
Yeah.
play for West Indies, boss.
But
They
them
miss
give him some
them
18.
time.
Them give him some 18 thing, but
Yeah,
yeah, Minley did there around them time too. With Preston McSween, I think he beating like a group of pace bowlers.
yeah. And I mean, wait, what format of cricket I go look for them play? Because right now, young Alzara Joseph, young Jaden Seals, Kemar Roach is still in the picture for Test cricket.
And them could
And
have bring back Gabriel.
yeah, exactly. Like it's a good difficult to see some of them when they
Yeah, it's a
get
go
game.
tough
Obviously,
though.
them use Jace Holder. So
And
it
them have
kind of rough.
Dapper goal pace now.
We
Them have
mean
Dapper
no, that's
goal
a
pace now, brother. No, as in
yeah,
no. When Dapper just come to the team, he never did a ball, new ball and thing. That play more of a batsman,
no,
but he might be like an all rounder now. So
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it,
speaking of some of those test players, I mean they're having a knock today. Good to see some of them, getting some runs. Craig Brathwaite, aka Paint over there in Australia, getting some runs. I think he got 78.
no
Iman
70,
70.
75, 75.
Yeah, something like that. And Brooks and him
Brooks,
open.
which was interesting to me, Nadima, because I said if you bring Tej Narayan as a
Yeah, I
opener,
heard he wasn't feeling well.
okay.
Yeah, he wasn't feeling well, so that's why think they did that for open.
Yes, so we are telling me say no. If we play a test match,
Mm-hmm.
we think the team shot are opener then. Because I mean, well, them not gonna make mirrors open, that's for sure.
No, sir. I mean, they tried with Blackwood one point.
No, I'm not gonna manage that demo. Blackwood, that not gonna manage that.
Yeah, but me I say they tried it before.
Me would have probably go for the
Don't
only
say
other
Kieran
person.
Powell in the ball.
No, Kieran, never bring Kieran Paul. I think,
No, but think you just like call a name.
no, me not think Kieran Paul like a player for West Indies. Me think I that for Kieran Paul.
Yeah, but I think
Me I say the only other person probably would have work would have be the Silver, but it's a difficult for him keep and open.
yeah, I mean, I always hear that, but I'm not really buy into it like that. I mean,
I guess because it's
Gilchrist
not a
used to do it.
standard, you know.
Gilchrist used to do it, but in ODI cricket, he never used to do it for Australia Test cricket. But
Yeah, but
it can be done.
New Zealand, when New Zealand are playing, if what name? If later
Later,
man open, then play a keeper, you know.
yeah.
Them
Yeah, I
keeper.
mean, I
But
guess it's difficult in a test match, but
especially if West
uh,
Indies, you know. West Indies are gonna feel it
yeah.
2 day, brother.
That's so true. That's
West Indies
so
are gonna
true.
feel it 2 day.
Watch Banner gone over there with him out of himself. We care about Banner 15 from 27.
One thing
And this
still,
Raymond Reaper, when them gonna stop try this Raymond Reaper thing, boss? I can't take it no more. You know? It's very annoying.
him can come here now. Because but the thing is, them not gonna pick Raymond Rifa. Him not gonna play. Raymond Rifa not gonna play. He not gonna play. Me I tell you, him not gonna play. Him not going to play. Him is not going to play. That's why I say I think them should have bring up. Them could have dropped Rifa and bring a next opener, brother. Them
Right
could have bring a
now,
next opener, especially opener. Well, them probably say them not have none in our region still because John out. Them now use Kieran Paul again.
mhm,
My brother, the him name from Trinidad. But he make him debut and could play. What name? Salazar.
yeah,
Um,
him not make no runs.
my name's Chase. Chase can't open, brother. Chase should be go. Chase should be go Australia. Chase should
Listen, right now,
Man
at
is
this point, listen, may I carry Brandon King. I'm sorry. Like Brandon King for me,
if him have a
supposed to
strong case.
yeah
Him
man,
have
him
a strong
supposed to
case.
in and around all formats now. Like,
Yeah, him have a strong case. But the thing is, them I gonna
mm.
say them I gonna tell us that him not play enough red ball cricket.
Okay, but we see what he can do in Australia. Like, what do you mean? Me need to sit up where be a different
Yeah, but
format or whatever.
them have them policy be, but them I tell us him not play enough red ball cricket.
Yeah, that's fine. But if we're desperate and we need somebody else, see the man could get sick and can't play like we're supposed to.
You know, flying a opener or them want use Brooks.
No
To be
man, they
honest,
might use Brooks or they might use Blackwood.
I think Brooks last already this team. I think if Brooks
Yeah,
fail upon a tour, yeah, I eat that. I must say some white back cricket alone them or give him a crack, you know.
yeah. Him still can make the white ball team, but
Because them
man,
invest in a Brooks, you know.
like I'm gonna understand how a couple of them man they make it on the plane in the first place. Like Ruston Chase, I guess them pick him as like for me, Ruston Chase a play as a specialist bowler, you know, because he's not a batsman to me anymore in a boss. He might for bat a number 7, 8, or 9 or something and bowl
Him,
off spin because he's not a
Rasta
batsman
Chief
anymore.
can't both quick ball like Jimbo.
No, that's fine, but we will see him no make it, right?
So
But
man a bowl him
find
lazy.
somebody else. The youth when him Brian Charles. They were using him before. I don't know how Chase get back ahead of him
Brian
and I
Charles
go
from Trinidad.
yes, yes.
No
Remember
man,
he was a part of the team the last test series we did have. He was right
no
up there because he had a
Demo.
brilliant regional tournament right up
Brian
there with the wicket
Charles.
together. Yes, the off
Unless,
spinner.
unless them play on a Trinidad and them just bring him in as a player Brian Charles. No, sir, I'm not
But
thinking
this
about
this is
that,
this is this is my point. This is my point, boss. They had him in and around the setup. No Ruston Chase was near the setup. Him come now, him overtake Warwican, him overtake Cornwall, him overtake everybody just all of a sudden so and just gone. That don't make no
Yeah,
sense to me. I don't understand the policy.
Demo work and could have stayed. But I bring Akilo same.
Boss, you know, I get what I'm saying. It no matter who could have steered or not. I'm saying how did Chase get in above all of those guys who were already in the setup before? Brian Charles was just in there a couple months ago. And then all of a sudden now I see Chase just coming in. Like what Chase do for coming in ahead of him. I'm gonna get it. That's how we may say. Like how Brooks come back into the team. I'm gonna get all of them something there. Them
Brooks
just
no
jump
answer.
over people.
Yeah, that's a true thing. Like, even the brother who play for Guyana now. When me left arm spinner there, not Motino. Him there for a long time, man. Per man.
Herman.
Even him them just cast him aside, you know.
Yeah, like ever since. Me don't know, you just overtake people. Me not get it, boss.
Him just cast him aside, boss him. What is quite interesting though, is that you see that one match I was since I play now.
Yeah.
Me not think you have no player in there who ever play international cricket, peer first class man, and some man play Western say Australia under 19 team, No, for true, brother, man.
But West Indies a whole them one. Them are
Check
the
it, man.
decent.
Demo, what you feel about them keeping Phil Simmons for coach for that tour? Think of madness that,
Well, actually, I really don't mind it. In terms of Phil, for me, has done really well in terms of red ball cricket for West Indies. The man basically, have where do be competitive. I think we won the last two series. We beat England and whoever the other team was. Bangladesh. Bangladesh was the last one, right?
Yeah, Bangladesh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man. Yeah, man. Cause JC they beat up some bars. So yeah, we beat England and we beat Bangladesh. And I mean, it's only fair. Just if we go out, fine. No more white ball cricket, whatever. But him being so successful with the test team, I mean, the last hurrah, just give him it over there in Australia. I don't have no problem with it. And I don't think they found a new
You,
coach.
things say there was merit in him being the red ball coach, and we get a white ball coach. You don't think so?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I definitely wouldn't mind that. But for me, like anybody who ever see me on any cricket stream kind of know my feelings as it regards to coaching. I think it's very overrated. So at this level, I always see this cricket. It don't matter to me who coach man them boss. So red ball and white ball, two different coach, it don't really matter to me.
Yeah, Travis,
That's
and
just
that's the
my
thing him say about
personal
Nicky
thing.
Miller. Travis, you tell me say Primala Caribbean bully. Big up Patrick Holness. Travis, and the same thing him say about Nikita Miller. And the man take how much wicket in a regional cricket and only play one test. Joke that, brother. Joke. Some other one them say get a chance of a Primal. Although Primal play about 6 or 7 tests in him now. Set the real light still. So maybe don't have a point there, but I mean,
My God, that's it.
As Odimo say, it can be that they have some man that they set up and then a man just overtake them, so bridging. You get me? And that at the point of Odimo make still say them have to be more. The thing that look logical at all, brother. So,
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. But Brian, here we have to go jump off, here.
yeah, man, bro. I say I read, man. Bless up.
Oh, big up yourself.
Soon wrap up. Touching close to an hour now. Travis, what you say? Phil Simmons will go on now. Boy, Travis, I get what you say still, but me think him could have be a red ball coach still. And we get a white ball coach. What do you think? Me think say that could have worked, Travis. Me really think that could have worked, Travis. Trouble in a Jamaica camp, 204 for 4, 29.3 overs. Alwyn Williams Gone. Kevin Sinclair strikes. 29.3 overs. Alwyn Williams. Caught and bowl. Kevin Sinclair, 45. Poor cricket shot. Batting so well. Poor cricket shot there. Casual. Just gifted back a return catch. Next in, Pete Salmon. So, Scorpions chasing 319 or 204 for 4. Ravman Paul not out on 58 from 43 deliveries. Kevin Sinclair so far, 3.4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 39. This is really going to be an interesting game. Really going to be an interesting game. I really think if Powell is able to bat deep, the Scorpions will not lose this game. It's really going to be an interesting game. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So people, we really like to thank everyone who came on and joined the stream. We're approaching the hour mark, so we'll be wrapping up shortly. Thanks to everyone that participated. Big up Demo for joining the stream and giving us some support. Thanks to all the persons in the comment section. Should be an interesting game. Should really be an interesting game. Pete Salmon is quite a handy batsman as well. Just looking at this missile again. Oh, that was a casual shot there from Kevin Sinclair. Skipper Leon Johnson really marching on his troops. But I think if Captain Powell bats deep, the Scorpions will not lose this game. So they need a further 100 and hold on. It's been happening for a long time. Miller should have played more test match. Delroy Morgan, Cleveland Davis made a lot of runs and overlooked bouncing selectors. Patrick Holness. Yeah, but you see the thing with that though. That was a time when West Indies cricket was at its strongest though, So, I mean, them could make a case to themselves that cricket was at a strong point. And maybe they didn't need to add these players. So they could make that case. They could really make that case. But now, cricket is very poor in the region, bossy. There's no way a man like Nikita Miller should have only played one test match and play so much ODI. And he was much more dominant in 4-day cricket than he was in list day cricket. Can't understand that. Cannot understand that. I think Nikita Miller also went to 50 over World Cup, I think, no, not World Cup. He played in the qualifiers. The last time when West Indies had to play in that qualifier tournament, he was a part of that qualifying tournament down in Zimbabwe there. So it's I hear your point, but I don't think them have that case there now. Really don't think them have that case right now. Really don't think them have that case. Really don't think them have that case at all, bossy. But it's interesting to see what will happen when they pick the next 50 over team, because Etmaya has been not having such a bad tournament at all. Patrick Holness, in that time, Morgan Davis was. Yeah, that may I say, Travis. That may I say, the team is strong that them days, bossy. But now, Man average 23 man, Salazar now average 24 point something and get West Indies call up. I mean, a lot of the players who playing for the West Indies now, they don't have any breathtaking average. That person's crying for Shea Hope to come in the team. Hope average now the teams that test cricket. Travis Bryan, I think cricket coaching overrated, bro. At the international level, maybe. At the senior international level, we can agree, but I mean at the youth level, definitely not. I think a good thing that I saw the cricket West Indies coming back with was that they had an academy team in the Super 50. I think they need to have one of those teams in the 4-day cricket competition. I think they need to have one of those teams, and I also think there are a lot of players, or quite a few players, that I think could have been drafted into that West Indies academy team. There's a youngster from Jamaica that played for West Indies youth team at under 15 and under 19 level. I think he could have been given an opportunity in that academy team. His name is Jordan Johnson, left-handed batsman. Very, very good talent. Very, very good young talent. I really think he could have been in and around that team. So let's see. I think yeah, but in a real chat Smith here, Travis. Pete Salmon a bat bossy. Pete Salmon is a good batsman, man. In local cricket, he hasn't really gotten a chance to play a lot of regional cricket, so. But in our local cricket out here in Jamaica, Salmon is a good batsman. He opened for Jamaica when he played youth cricket. He's done fairly well in the trials that they held leading up to the tournament as well. So, I mean, and Smith can bat. Bulai is a handy batsman as well. And also to Jevar Royal. So, but you need probably Rahman Powell to bat deep to help to, steer the ship as a captain should. But, I mean, Guyana may have other thoughts in that regard. So 31 overs, 207 for 4. Skipper Powell there not out on 59, Salmon on 1. I think once Jamaica is able to keep wickets in hand, because you have a lot of power hitters, Smith and those persons can hit the ball far away. But what you don't want is you don't want to be needing 70 runs or 40 deliveries and 2 wickets in hand. Makes life a lot more difficult. Let's hope Jamaica bring it home. Yeah, Patrick Holness. Brian Rashid Ottar, stop the cricket, the soldier. Yeah, man, Ottar, not pick cricket again. That was one of the most surprising things that ever happened in local cricket. Travis. To this day, they cannot explain. Nobody can tell me. How is it that Ottar has never played a first-class match for Jamaica? He has been one of the most consistent batsmen in local cricket. Runs behind runs behind runs. Wickets behind wickets behind wickets. Not even a trial. I think he's left the military now, though. He's no longer in the army, though. But that's a mystery. That's one of them Nikita Miller mystery there, Travis. That's really one of those Nikita Miller's mystery, bossy. Can't believe that Ottar has never played for the West Indies. Not at all. Cannot believe it, to be honest. But such is life. Such is life. So over there in Australia, West Indies are 338 for 9 from 105 overs. At the crease, Devon Thomas is on 14 and Azar Joseph is on 10. I think it's tea time now in that game over there. Brian, the man can bat for JDF over there. It's what's much of cricket, bro. Yeah, bro. But he needs to play for Kensington Cricket Club too. One of the most dominant cricket clubs in Jamaica. You know who is the president for Kensington Cricket Club? The former CWI president. You know who is an executive member at Kensington Cricket Club? Former West Indies opener and Weeper president. Yet still, this man has never played for Jamaica. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it, Travis. So yeah, what happened to young Atishay Mansingh? You talk what you say, Patrick. You mean Abijay or the little brother Atishay? Because if it's Abijay you're talking about now, he played in the Super 50 tournament for combined campuses and college. If it's Atishay, I don't know. I don't even know if he's still playing cricket. Well, so I don't know, but I know that Abijay played for combined campuses and colleges. He was also a part of the Jamaica Talawas team for the 60th edition of the CPL. That was a tournament that was played before the CPL started. Yeah. I think Azari Joseph can be a good all-rounder. Yeah, Travis, I think Azari can be a good all-rounder as well, bro. I think he can. But I don't know. I mean, in West Indies team, he may very well get a lot of opportunities to prove himself in that regard, because the batsmen them always are out, so they need bowler for bat, and we don't really bowl out people a lot, so we get a chance to bowl. Travis said, Brian, Wavell and Dave both are big time politicians. I know a them run Kensington Cricket Club. Yes, I am. Yeah, man, Travis. Yeah, man. Well, Travis. Wavell is a politician for real. Wavell ran in the last general election, you know, down there in Hanover. So he is a politician for real. But I mean, I said that to Sestin, you know, when sometimes people say I play on a play because of links or whatever. I mean, what more you want than having the Weeper president being an executive at your club and the CWI president being the president of your club? Well, I guess people will say that don't happen to, that don't have anything to do with Jamaica cricket still, so I don't know. But I mean, Otar, can't believe that man never played for Jamaica, bro. Brian Manning, Jason Holder, tall, him can't bowl fast. Jason Holder so tall, him can't bowl fast with him height. I suppose him can bowl fast, but I mean, Holder is like a medium fast bowler still. I mean, on him day him can trouble with pace and stuff, but I think he spends more time on learning how to move the ball around, and with his height, he can get a lot of bounce. So, I mean, that compensates for the pace that he's lacking compared to other bowlers. But sometimes when I just pace alone, Travis, because remember when Roach was young and a bowl fast, I think Kemar Roach now is a much more better bowler than he was back when he was younger. He learned more now about the art of bowling and how to get out batsmen and stuff like that. Yeah, man, Eastern Hanover. Oh, okay. Didn't even know where, but I know it was in Hanover. Simon Jackson, as a former Jamaican opener, I think he's in England. I think he's in England, probably coaching or something. I think he's in England. Travis. Holder spend time. Yeah, I mean, and that's the way you want Travis. I mean, as a pace bowler, you don't always need to be the fastest bowler around the cut. Don't think you need to always be the fastest bowler around the cut. Another one bites the dust. Pete Salmon, gone. Caught Anthony Bramble. Bowled Gudakesh Moti. 214 for 5. That's the latest score there. Jamaica Scorpions chasing 319 for victory. Out comes Dennis Bolai. I think they are saving Odin Smith. They're saving Odin Smith for about over number 40. I think if we can get a partnership to bring it to over number 40, 42 thereabout, should be in for a cracker. Dennis Bolai joins skipper Ravman Powell. This match is going to be very interesting. Brian, he will get fast pitches in Australia. Yeah, Travis, yeah man, he will get pitches in Australia that are fast and bouncy. So with his height, he will get a lot of extra bounce. Plus, him seeing the ball very well, so him should be good. Jamaica give away the match. Boy, like I got them out for the Travis. Like I got them out for the my boss. I them really try to give away this cricket game. You know that there was a player who made 100 yesterday for Canada. Canada is playing a tournament. I think it's a Desert Cup it's called. International cricket, they are playing against Saudi Arabia. Made 100 from about 50-something balls. His name is Aaron Johnson. Has never played for Jamaica. He left and went to Canada. And he's now an international cricketer. Also has 100. In Jamaica, very few persons looked at him with any real seriousness. There is also another player that has played for the US cricket team called Ryan Scott. He played youth cricket for Jamaica, I think under 17 cricket alone. But he wasn't really looked at in any real way, and he's in America. He's now a USA international cricketer. I think he played in a tournament versus Ireland. Oh, the bowling action is not complete. That's why he's not been very devastating. That's debatable, Patrick. He may tell you that it is effective for what he wants to achieve. That's the thing, They used to say Shonda Paul stands awkward, or them say Steve Smith now look textbook correct, but making a lot of runs. One of the most feared batsmen in international cricket. Hasn't done so well for himself in franchise cricket, but at the international level, very few persons would want to bowl to him. Also, another news, I think, well, it's been a while now, but Jaden Seas will go to England and play county cricket. I think he got a contract with a club there in England to play some county cricket. I think he got a contract there with Sussex. Yeah. Jaden Seals, he'll be joining Sussex for the 2023 cricket season. 3 months. He'll be there for the first 3 months. He'll be able to play both 4-day championship and T20 matches in April. So that's good news there for young Jaden Seals. I mean, when West Indies cricket was at its strongest, a lot of players used to go to England and play their trade. He'll be going there. Interestingly enough, Phil Simmons has landed a coaching job at a T20 franchise. So, a lot of persons may think that is the problem in West Indies cricket. But other persons have seen his worth and has taken him up on his offer to become a coach. I think he's one of these teams in the T20. Travis, you know, Bajans has a contract in England. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Travis. I think you can travel from Barbados to England without a visa, you know. Memory serves me right. I stand corrected, but I think that's one of them. But yeah, but last season you had, I think Holder went there, you know. Holder went there last season. Alzari Joseph went there for a few games, and Kimar Roach. I think Kimar Roach was there to Travis, so yeah. That's that. But folks, we have come to the end of this evening's cricket show. I want to thank all the persons who joined in the chat. Travis, Patrick Olness, Rob Smith, Romar Lawrence, Fresh God. Big thanks to Demo for coming on and joining the stream and sharing his input. Thanks to Manningsman for the platform. And we'll see you next week, Thursday. Same time, same place. Over and out.
Yo, watch about dog, SK New Air this. The body out there, Sniper King I represent for I Am Sure Sports. You get to me, I say, when you want the latest news and sports and updates and all of that, check out I Am Sure Sports. You know the thing goes in. Remember, you cover the whole island. Remember Kingston, Westmoreland, Galchester, Ocherase, Galtigo Bay. Everywhere. I Am Sure Sports. Check it out for the latest news and latest updates. Sniper King I represent. Where them feel like? Ha. Yeah, someone on for the food from young, from where they knee height. I Am Sure Sports. Yeah, dog.